Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie with Prairie Paper Crafts, coming on today to share with you some Christmas tags that I have created using some different SVG designs, files from different creators. First of all, I thought I would share with you some of the other pieces that I've used also from my stash, the dies I've used, and embossing folders. I did use this bow die. This is actually, it's an AliExpress bow. I don't know where most of my dies, what stores they came from. I apologize. So if I do know, I'll try and share that with you. But this is a bow die that I used. And this is a icicle die. This is from KS Craft. It comes in a set of 3. I'm not going to take it out. But there's the long one, and then there's a very short one, about maybe 1.25 inches. And then there's, actually, there might be 4 in here. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say. But then there's a piece here, this back piece that I used. It's about maybe 3 inches wide. I'm not sure, but I'll show you that when I get to it. I used this bookmark tag. I think it's from Paper Tray Ink. Almost positive. I've had it for a very, very long time, but I like that. And then I used these dies. I'm gonna get a piece of paper out, maybe you can see better, just a scratch. I used these 2 for tags, and then I used the sorry for the crinkle, very small one for some sentiments. And I have to put these back or I will lose everything, because somewhere along the line I can't find the Christmas tree dies that I used. And then I used out of this set, some of these I've had a while, and I reuse my bags when I can, so for storage I don't use the magnets. So I used this die, this largest one, and I just cut a hole for a tag. And get there someday, right? I used these Spellbinder dies until they're well loved. It's the petite ovals small, both the scalloped and the regular. And I just, let's see if it has, no, I was going to say it has numbers, but I don't know if they're still available. But I know when I got them, how many eons ago, I had to be careful to get the right sizes to match. I didn't know that that was an issue either. So, but again, that was when I first started out. So I used this folder, I believe, yes, on one of the pieces. This is a 3D embossing folder from Stampin' Up. And again, I don't know if any of this is available. Just because, like I said, some of it's quite old. This is one of the first embossing folders I ever got when I still had my Cuddle bug when I first started. I don't even remember how long ago that's been. It's getting kind of tattered, but it works. But this is the Swiss Dots folder. And then I have this 3D embossing folder from Stampin' Up, and I forget what it's called. It's quilted, or I'm not sure if it's Victorian. I have no idea. This folder I do know should still be available. I just recently purchased it. It's from Spellbinders. It's Splatters, maybe? I don't know. I got it for Monsters. I remember that. And it would be great for if you're doing anything with paint splatters or anything. But this was a fun one. This does go through my Sizzix Big Shot. So in case you were wondering there. Excuse me. I'm trying to fight a cold and I'm losing, so I'm so sorry. Well, my first tag is actually a shaped tag. If you paper piece at all, do SVG files. This is, making sure I'm in frame here, so I'm sorry I'm moving around. This is actually from Treasure Box Designs. It is November 26th when I'm filming this. This is a free file. It just came out on Friday. They usually change on Thursdays, I think because of the holiday it came out on Friday. But the only thing I did different on this is the eyes. I used different eyes because they're just little black circles. and I added a nose, which was not on there. And then I just put some Nouveau Jewel drops in like a brown. The paper is brown to start with, not that dark at all. They get darker as they dry. And I put some liquid pearls on the icing part. I used some Nouveau Ruby Red glitter drops for the red, and then I did the Nouveau Jewel drops. And yeah, so I did my own little twist on this, and I think it turned out really cute. On the back of all my images, or my stamp, or my gifts, I do either stamp or use the Cricut to write to and from on there. So you have that, and then I put an extra long, I can't think this morning, not only this morning, but baker's twine on for the gift tag, just because I never know how long it should be. So that was one. And this one is one of my favorites. I don't know why. And actually, because of the monsters on this and another SVG file I have, I got the monsters, or the splatters from Spellbinders, that embossing folder. And that's actually used on the background on the white. Excuse me. And this monster is part of a set, Christmas Monsters from Marjorie Designs. So I paper pieced that. And just at the last minute, I put some blue Nouveau drops on his nails, on his hands, and a couple on his feet. I don't know why. I just thought he had to have fingernails. So, and I also put some little Nouveau drops, and they might have been pops of color on this one for the green. I'm not sure. I use those a lot too. This little snowflake is from Buttons Galore and More. So I added that, got this little tag. Those little stamps, I forgot to get those out. They are from Lawn Fawn. They come, there's a little stamp set, and I don't know if I have it close. Oh, I actually do. And then it's got, if you want, you can get a set of 4 tags to go with it. Cute little set. I don't know if it's still available. It has, let's see. Looking to see if it had a name on it. If it did have, I don't. Oh, Tiny Tag Sayings. That's the name of it. And then there's, like I said, a little set of tags to go with it. I use this a lot, but I've had this a while, so I don't know if it's still available. But that's great, even for just, just to put on a tag or something. And the ribbon is from, and the baker's twine from Really Reasonable Ribbon. This actually had, this little ornament had a little string that you could cut out of paper, and I decided just to use some gold thread. I got that from Close to My Heart, and just tied a bow and just glued it on there. So, and I used glossy accents on his eye, quite a few layers to get it dark like that. And then on the mouth, on the teeth, excuse me, I used some, I think on that one I might have used Blizzard White, no, White Blizzard maybe it's called. It's Nouveau Drops, the glitter, and then I added just a little bit of glossy accents on it. And also on the top of his hat, it's originally blue, like the color of his hands, and I put some glitter on there and some glossy accents just to keep it tight. So, and then on the back, just to and from. So put that. Sorry for all the details, but sometimes everybody wants them, so I'm trying to remember to get a few more details for you. This design also is from the little bulldog is from Marjorie Designs. I think it's part of the Bah Humbug set, I believe it's called. And then I just used one of the tags I had, and then I don't know if this one, yeah, I had to put a bow or a hole on this one too. I don't believe I took this one out. I'm not sure if the dies, if I did or not. I don't think so. It's another set. It doesn't have a hole in it. I just added it. And then I just, the Merry and Bright, I brooch with, nope, that's a stamp, and I don't know which stamp it's from. I just added it to the bottom. I think I forgot to bring some of my stamps out. I apologize for that. I don't have a lot, but I use, you know, I like the sentiment stamps, so that's what I pretty much focus on when I get them. Anyway, my ovals here, I popped up, and I popped him up. Used glitter on the hat, some glitter paper actually I used, and paper pieced the rest. The ho 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 on his shirt I wrote with the Cricut, just used a white gel pen for that. So that one was kind of cute. And okay, the rest of these designs now are all the focal images from Kadoodle Bug Designs on the last 3 that I have. Here's that bow tag that I used, and this is from, the sentiment again is from Lawn Fawn, and then that's, the outside is one of the tag dies you get. You get a circle, a star, like a square type, and a heart. Yeah, I couldn't remember the last one. Anyway, so I've got my little gnome on there, popped up him and the ovals there, and this is the tag die, the bookmark die from Paper Tray Ink. Sorry, can't think today, really. My rose is from Really Reasonable Ribbon. The tag, or excuse me, the baker's twine was gifted to me. And then I used some Ruby Red glitter Nuvo drops just to put some glitter on there. And then I just added some layers to the die. And then I did use vintage photo ink on here to kind of age my piece a little bit, so it's something different. But there's the back with the to and from, and then I have this little guy, and this is Candyland Gus, maybe, I'm not sure, I don't remember the exact name of it. This is this snowman die that I could not find, and I know it's around here somewhere. It's from AliExpress. I just added some little liquid pearls to the tree, and the background here is where I used the icicle die, and I cut it out of glitter paper. Here's the back, the to and from, and this little Merry Christmas. I got the sentiment off of Cricut Design Space and just had the pen draw it out, and then it's one of those little tag dice I used. I added some glitter to the icing on him, whereas the other one you'll see I used liquid pearls. And then my bow is, my flower is from Really Reasonable Ribbon. So that is that one. And then my last one. If you've gotten this far, I'm going to stop a moment and just comment that I am giving away these 6 tags to whoever is the first individual that leaves a comment that they would like them. I will get them sent out as soon as possible. I will be closing that on, let's see, today is Sunday, it'll go up today. So I am going to be closing this on, let's say, Wednesday, and that would be the 29th, I believe. I'm trying to think, 26th. Yeah, it'd be Wednesday, I believe, the 29th of November, 2022. So you have a little bit of time, but I am taking the first person that comments that watched it all the way to the end. I'm not doing any kind of special drawing. I do apologize, but that's how I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do something on YouTube for a change. But anyway, to finish this out, this little guy is also from Kadoodle Bug Designs. The tag itself is, the design is from Cuddly Cute Designs, and it's one of the Thanksgiving tags. So I just used it, and then I did an internal offset for the tag in the blue, used my Swiss Dots embossing folder, and then this green part here that you see, it's printed digital paper from Knitwit Collections. It's the only layer that comes with the tag, so I just added some additional layers myself there. I used a doily in the background, and this sentiment is from Cricut Design Space. Again, I just had the Cricut draw it out for me. I I didn't use all the little white and pink dots on the tree. I just used some pops of color and some liquid pearls. Now the little gumdrops were cut out from the pattern. I did use some white blizzard glitter over those just to make them look a little more like sugar. And excuse me, I added liquid pearls to the icing on his hat and on his hands and foot. And then I just added this little bow. The ribbon is all from Really Reasonable Ribbon. And I also added that same glitter that I used on the gumdrops down on the snow down here. So again, to and from on the back. But again, if you have any questions, please leave a comment. But if you're interested and got this far for the drawing, this is open to US only. I apologize just because of the shipping. I'll probably have to put it in a box just so they don't all get squished or anything. But yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. Have an awesome day and take care.